On the Moon here. Let's go over all the games that happened on Saturday, January 9th. Quite a few games and quite a few guys got COVID. Jason Tatum, for example, got COVID, and as a result, guys like Bradley Beal, they call it close contact. Those guys were also forced out. The first game is between the Denver Nuggets and the 76ers. Sixers were basically without their whole squad. They were without Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And on the Nuggets side, it's obviously an easy win. They're still without their breakout star, Michael Porter Jr. He should be back in next week or so. Jokic, 29 minutes, just easy game. 15 points, 12 assists, and a plus 24, 9 rebounds. Still strong. He's the top two guy at the moment. Jamal Murray, easy work for him as well. 14 points, 4 assists, and a steal. Will Barton played pretty well. 3 steals, 3 assists, and 14 points. Not much to talk about. On the Denver side, on the Sixers side, they have a 5-game week coming up next week. And Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid should miss a game or two. So there should be more opportunities opening up. And obviously guys like Shake Milton are in the COVID protocol. So there will be new opportunities open up next week for some of the new guys. For this game, it's Tyrese Maxey, their rookie, attempted 33 shots. They had 7 guys this game. So guys like Danny Green took 17 shots, which will be his most. The other guys, I don't even know, other than Dwight Howard, like Dakota Mathias, Isaiah Joe, Paul Reed, Tony Bradley. Yeah, I don't know any of those guys. But Tyrese Maxey seems to be the guy, the number one guy with all these guys out. I imagine he should be getting some minutes next week with Simmons and Joel Embiid back, because Shake Milton, Vincent, Matisse Thybulle, they're all out for the next week due to a safety protocol. So you can pick this guy up for streaming purposes. He obviously put up big stats: 39 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. But no matter what, this is only going to be a very short-term option. All those guys here, but keep an eye on. Danny Green will be a very good stream option for next week. But for this game, Maxey, don't know how good this guy is. Keep an eye on him. If he plays well the next few games, he might get more minutes moving forward. We will see. The next game is the Atlanta Hawks versus Charlotte. Atlanta Hawks, they started off the season hot, lost a few games, and there were reports saying that John Collins wanted more touches on offense. And Trae Young did not like that. And Trae had 2 bad games in a row. He had like 7 points last game, only 15 here, 10 assists, pretty empty line, low efficiency. Hopefully they'll get this resolved. John Collins, meanwhile, 12-10. Both guys is not playing up to their standard. Don't know what's going on. And Bogdanovic started, and then he got hurt. So bad luck for him. There were just quite a few injuries at the moment. Gallinari is also out. DeAndre Hunter continued his strong campaign. 20 points, 8 rebound assists, a steal and 2 blocks. Made all his free throws. At this point, he's a must-roster guy. Got to roster this guy at the moment. Clint Capella, 7 points, will give you 13 rebounds and a steal. That's what he means. He gives you a big rebound guy. Kevin Huerter got big minutes due to Bogdanovic out. Didn't really do much. 11 points, 6 assists. Cam Reddish continues struggling shooting the ball. 6 for 17. 21 points is nice. 4 steals is nice, but he's mainly give you some steals and threes guy. He's getting the huge minutes, but the usage will never be high because there's just too many guys on the floor. Whenever he's on the floor, he's the 3rd or 4th or maybe 5th option. Unlike some guys that are coming off the bench, they're the first option, but they only get like 20 to 25 minutes. Those guys will have higher upside than him. On Charlotte, they just keep winning. LaMelo Ball got 31 minutes, only 31 minutes got a triple double, the youngest guy to ever do it. Just really scary numbers across the board. Imagine he gets 35, and their usage going around on this team, right? Other than Gordon Hayward, offensively, LaMelo Ball will have the ball in his hand a lot of the time, right? So, and everybody is saying that sooner or later he's gonna start, but there are two other guards are still getting heavy minutes. So the situation seems to be no matter what happens, the guard to guard position the minutes will be split three ways. So everybody's still gonna eat, right? 40 minutes, two spot divided by three. That's 32 minutes each person. So it seems like Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham, they will still get huge minutes going forward. More minutes than Miles Bridges, for example. And both guys had a somewhat decent game. Terry Rozier 4 steals, really strong, 2 assists, still shooting the ball pretty well, 23 points. While Devontae Graham 7 assists and 2 steals is nice. That's what you want from him. And it's good he only attempts 6 shots, so he doesn't kill a field goal that much. PJ Washington had a career night, blocking 6 shots, 22 points, 7 rebounds and assists. He has been real scary, giving you the defensive stats. Right, and it's good to see him getting 36 minutes. Gordon Hayward, the number 1 guy on this team, 13 points, 3 assists and a steal. Did not have the best game. Miles Bridges, this guy's minutes is too up and down, and with 25 minutes, he didn't do anything this game. The next team is Phoenix Suns and Indiana Pacers. Phoenix Suns is, they're a good team this year. Mika Bridges just went off. He took 18 shots. Chris Paul, if you're shooting the ball well, Chris Paul knows how to get you the ball, right? And the rest of the team probably do as well. 18 shot attempts, made 12, 6 threes, 34 points. Mika Bridges is having a breakout season for sure. His steals numbers are somewhat low at the moment, but I think this guy, he's mainly he focuses on defense a lot, so those steals will come back, and he's blocking shots. He's like a mini Lord Covington. Maybe he's already there because he does it in a better efficiency than Lord Covington, and he gets a lot of blocks. Now just need to wait for his steals to come back. He also hits a lot of threes, like Robert Covington. DeAndre Ayton, yeah, as I was saying earlier, this guy is gonna average at around 10 shots a game, which is sad. But the rest of the stats is okay. He's gonna grab you a lot of rebounds. His field goal is gonna be good most of the nights. Some low assists, but good blocks. Devin Booker, 25 points, 7 assists is nice, 2 steals is nice. A good game from Devin Booker, but not the first round value that people were drafting him at the moment. Chris Paul, 10 shots, 15 points, 10 assists. Don't really know what's going on with his steals. Every time I look over, he's got 0 steals. Maybe Phoenix, they just haven't played a team that's, don't give out a lot of donations, like the Atlanta Hawks, right? Once they play a few of those games, Chris Paul and Mika Bridges, they're still raised gonna be up. Just give me 1 second. Those two guys, they should be averaging above 1.5 steals a game pretty comfortably. But right now, they're both below that. So, we'll see what happens. Dario Saric, no. Surprisingly, Cameron Johnson got 30 minutes. Didn't really do much. If you need some defensive stats, you can stream him. On the Pacers side, Sabonis continued, just too scary. If you're pounding free throw and you got Sabonis, he's definitely top 10 if you're pounding free throw. Give you top 10 value. Triple double. Oh, not triple double. Sorry, 20 points, 22 rebound. Jesus Christ, full assist. He doesn't really offer too many defensive stats, but give you decent enough. Miles Turner, just 4 blocks. This guy going to average 4 blocks a game this season? Don't know. Surprisingly, no steals, right? He's been averaging 2 steals a game this season. 15 points, 10 rebounds. Miles Bridges is really strong this year. Real strong. Real scary. Victor Oladipo took 21 shots. Damn, on this team, all the usage is going to go through mainly 3 guys. Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, and Victor Oladipo with Warren out, TJ Warren out. He did not have the best game for Victor Oladipo, 16 points, but he's still having a good campaign so far. Malcolm Brogdon, 20 shots. The steals is gone this game. We'll see if he can continue his 2 steals a game for the season. 22 points, 9 assists. The rest looks about right. Aaron Holiday, no. And Justin Holiday had another great game. 6 for 10. Usually he'll get you some defensive stats. He didn't give you this game. 17 points. He's been shooting the ball pretty well too. So if you need a little bit threes and a little bit defensive stats, and Justin Holiday, you can go for him. McDermott, no. And the next game is the Miami Heat and the Washington Wizards. The Wizards were without Bradley Beal due to contact tracing, because they played a game with the Celtics, and Jason Tatum got COVID. And I think the NBA, if you are guarding while playing the game, if you're the main primary defender each other, you're gonna have to sit out as well. So we'll see how that happens. Westbrook obviously also back to back. Surprisingly, the Miami Heat only won by 4 points with those 2 guys out. Jimmy Butler, strong game, a triple-double, 2 steals and block. Yeah, this guy is going to be around on a per-game basis, he's going to be around like 15th spot. He's just really strong, give you stats across the board. Don't really give you threes, but everything else is really strong. Kelly Olynyk, another strong game. But they're playing the Wizards, so one of the worst defensive team in the league. Also, Westbrook and Beal, they're both out. So don't really do much, but he's been playing pretty well. 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists, is nice, steal in the block. Bam, only 21 minutes because he's in foul trouble. 21 minutes, grabbed 16 rebounds. That's real scary. 4 assists, only a block, no steals, 9 points. Overall, strong game. Duncan Robinson, 2 for 8, 7 points, and nothing else. You only stream this guy for threes and some points. Tyler Hero took 20 shots, 31 points. Decided to pile up some stats versus a Wizards team. Strong game from Tyler Hero. Goran Dragic coming off the bench, only 20 minutes, but just could not miss from the 3-point line. 7 for 9, 21 points in 19 minutes, for 5 assists. Mainly get this guy for points and assists. Avery Bradley, 18 points, 18 minutes. Took 8 shots, 5 points, assist. I'm not interested in any of those guys on the Heat, other than the starters and Goran Dragic. On the Wizards side, Danny Avdija got 32 minutes. The rookie, 20 points. It's his best game so far this season. But when those 2 guys come back, he's not going to have the usage. And Rui Hachimura, 17 points, took 18 shots. But this guy just mainly give you points, some rebound and efficiency. Assist, steal, blocks, no, this guy doesn't give you that, and he doesn't really give you a lot of threes, and his free throw kind of sucks. So I wouldn't roster this guy. I would only stream him. Thomas Bryant got hurt this game. That sucks. Don't know how severe the injury is. Robin Lopez obviously came in and took those minutes. So if you need a center that give you great efficiency, some blocks, you can grab him. It seems like he's not going to grab a lot of rebounds. This game he only had 1 without Westbrook. So you can grab this guy mainly for blocks and field goal while Thomas Bryant is out. But I'm not too excited about him. Troy Brown Jr. got some minutes, but hey, all these guys' minutes going to be gone once Westbrook and Beal come back. And next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers between Cavaliers and Milwaukee Bucks. Cavaliers without 2 Sexlans, Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. They're both out. So Damian Dotson got 41 minutes. You can't stream this guy when those 2 guards are still out. Cedi Osman getting the huge minutes. This game didn't really do much. I'm not too interested in this guy. It's just low efficiency. Don't really give you a nice any category boost. Larry Nance Jr. had a huge game, 17 points, only 3 rebounds because Drummond took it off. But hey, 4 steals and the block is real scary. Andre Drummond, 41 points, 6 turnovers, but 24 rebounds, 26 points. Somewhat good efficiency. from the free throw line and the field goal, a steal and a block, just being a monster. And the Cavs they're winning this year, so I would be I'm really happy as a Andre Drummond owner. He's putting up really similar stats across the board on a winning team, so they're gonna play him high minutes. Isaac Okoro, no. This guy, give him 30 minutes, doesn't do anything. On the Bucks side, another easy game for them. Chris Middleton continue to play like a god. Has he shot the ball? Other than one game, he shot below 50%. Every other game, just 50% shooting. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. He is really scary so far this season. High efficiency, good counting stats so far. Bobby Portis got the start. Interestingly, because Giannis was out. It's still easy work for Bucks. Bobby Portis, 17 points, 4 steals. He doesn't really give you that. 11 rebounds. So obviously, Giannis is out. When they start Bobby Portis, you can't stream this guy. Otherwise, only his minutes are inconsistent. Only get him 4 points and rebounds. This guy doesn't really give you anything else, but 4 steals is really surprising. Brook Lopez, 34 points, 2 blocks, and 1 3. Sometimes he give you that. Sometimes he give you 4 blocks and 3 threes. DiVincenzo will give you steals. He give you that. Jrue Holiday, 4 steals. Wow. Cleveland just donating the ball a lot. 4 steals, 4 assists, 15 points. You mainly get this guy for his assists, rebounds, and steals and blocks as a guard. So he give you all that this game. The next game is the San Antonio Spurs and Minnesota Timberwolves. This game went to overtime, so the minutes for both teams is going to be a little higher than usual. DeRozan 43 points, real scary. 38 points, 43 minutes. 38 points, 5 assists, and great efficiency from the free throw line. DeRozan has been really strong. Like those counting stats, he's giving you really good counting stats and great efficiency. Maybe not a lot of steals and blocks, and a lot of threes, but he's giving you all the other categories. Keldon Johnson, 41 points, really scary. 17 points and a rebound, 4 assists. This guy so far has been waiver pickup of the year. LaMarcus Aldridge had a bad game again, 32 minutes. The minutes are there, didn't really do much. I think he will have a couple of huge games, and his rankings will come back up. Because as a center, he give you great efficiency, great free throw, low turnovers. The only thing he's really lacking is steals and assists, really. Everything else, he's great. Just hopefully he can pick it up. Lonnie Walker, not too really interested. This guy doesn't give you defensive stats, although he gave you 2 here. Dejounte Murray played 40 minutes. Had a huge game, 22 and 14 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal block. Now that Derek White is still a month out, I think, when Derek White comes back, he's not going to eat too much into Dejounte Murray's minutes. Lonnie Walker will be the one who suffers. So Patty Mills had a huge game, shooting the ball, but didn't really give you anything else. Only streaming even your points and threes. On the Timberwolves side, Karl Anthony Towns came back. The timetable was like 4 to 6 weeks, and he came back in like 2 weeks or so, not even. And it seems that he was trying to rush it back. But he's putting up big stats. This game, 25 points, 13 rebounds. If you're a Cat owner, you're happy, right? He's early. The timetable is 4 weeks ahead. 4 assists and 3 blocks. Really strong numbers across the board. Good efficiency. Malik Beasley. You cannot drop. You gotta roster this guy because just the minutes are too high. He mainly give you points and threes, but the volume is there, right? This game shot the ball really well, 29 points, but don't really give you anything else. 7 threes. He's like a better Tim Hardaway Jr. because he has higher minutes and higher usage. D'Angelo Russell, 37 points. Struggled from the field and from the free throw line, but the rest stats is okay. 6 assists is okay. Still in a block. Ricky Rubio, after being nearly droppable, put up 2 big games in a row. 6 points, but he mainly just give you steals and assists. And if he's not getting 25 minutes, obviously you can drop him. But for now, his minutes is up and down. Anthony Edwards, 30 minutes here, 13, 4 and 4, but his efficiency is very low. You can drop this guy if you desperately want to win and he's killing your efficiencies. Otherwise, you can just take a flyer on him. But he may not be a top 100 guy ever this season due to his low efficiency, not having defensive stats. Even though he looked like he's a pretty good defender. Hernan Gomez had a huge game two games ago, just didn't do anything here. And Nasri, yeah, you can forget about him. The next team is between Orlando Magic and Dallas. Magic started off the season really hard with Fultz, and they have lost 2 straight without him. Cole Anthony getting the huge minutes, not doing anything much. So for now, you still gotta hold on to this guy. Had maybe 2 tough matchups so far. He's getting the minutes. He should improve. We will just have to see how things turn out with him. Vucevic, their best player. His usually is probably gonna be higher with Fultz out. Took 24 shots here. Really strong game, 13 points and 15 rebounds and 2 steals. Aaron Gordon, 35 points. Ever since Markelle Fultz went down, his minutes is up. So you gotta roster this guy. Obviously low efficiencies, but the counting stats are there. Jamie Ennis, no. Dwayne Bacon, 27 points. Still, don't do anything with it. Terrence Ross didn't shoot the ball really well. When he didn't really shoot the ball well, he doesn't really give you anything else. In this game, he give you 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Is nice. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And Ken Burge got you 3 steals and 8 blocks, but only stream this guy if you need some defensive stats. On the Mavericks side, Luka Doncic has picked it up after early season struggles, and Mavericks started winning too. 20 points, a triple-double, low efficiency from the field, hit his free throws, that's nice. He had some really bad free throw games earlier this week. A steal and 2 blocks. Those defensive stats are here, that's good to see. And Tim Hardaway Jr., 40 points, Jesus Christ, 40 minutes, 36 points. He had, earlier this week, he had a 30 point. So at this point, you gotta roster this guy, see what happens. You know, he's gonna be up and down, and he really only give you points and threes. But when volume is that high, if he takes 20 shots, you have to keep him until Porzingis comes back, and his usage is gonna be a little bit. Everybody else on the Mavericks didn't really do much, just low usage, and really no guy that give you that many defensive stats. The next game is the Portland Blazers. Trailblazers versus the Sacramento Kings. Blazers are able to get the win. Everybody eats when they play the Kings. Robert Covington, 27 points, 8 rebounds and steal. Yeah, Robert Covington is not the old Robert Covington. When he was on the Rockets, you know, the system fits him perfectly. He gets those huge minutes, good rebound, gets steals and blocks and hit threes. He is not the same player he used to be. He still give you those defensive stats, but just, you know, in terms of like 3-and-D guys, fantasy value wise, he's behind guys like Mika Bridges or like OG Anunoby. Jusuf Nurkic, what's going on? 23 minutes. It was a blowout. His minutes just way too low this season. In 23 minutes, give you 10 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, and a block. He's like Cousins, you know, give you really nice stats across the board, but the minutes just not that high. Obviously, Cousins' minutes is even lower, way lower than Nurkic's, but on a day-to-day basis, on a game-to-game basis, Nurkic's minutes not there. It's obviously frustrating, and nobody's gonna buy. And he's not gonna give you the second or third round value that you're expecting where you drafted him. CJ McCollum continue his hot shooting, 26 points. If you can somehow sell this guy for a top 30 player, I think, you know, you just do it. He's not gonna be this good all season. Damian Lillard has struggled. Maybe you can try buy low on him, but how low? Like what low? Like nobody's gonna give you Damian Lillard if you give them a top 25 player, right? Lillard is gonna be top 10 pretty easily. 17 points. Only 17 points here, 6 assists and a steal. It will come around. CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, they will switch very, very soon. Gary Trent Jr. got 30 minutes, but not too interested in him. Derrick Jones Jr., his minutes no longer that high. Carmelo's minutes is up and down. If you need some points, you can grab him, but he doesn't really give you anything else. And on the Kings side, oh boy, Tyrese Halliburton. This guy is so good. 8 assists here again. He had like 8 assists and 6 assists. Like his his past 2 games. This guy is so good. He's as a guard, he's pretty tall, like 6'5". He plays the forward position on this team. But he got 8 assists in the their point guard. De'Aaron Fox got 2. Does it mean De'Aaron Fox's assist rate is gonna go down because Tyrese is running the show? 12 points, 8 assists are still, and he give you those defensive stats as well. Shoot threes, just really well all around game and somewhat efficient. Yeah, you must rush this guy. He's good. He's gonna get a lot of minutes going forward. Harrison Barnes, yeah, you gotta grab this guy. You gotta ride this guy. Still, always getting the most minutes on the team. Somewhat good rebounding, great scoring, right? Somewhat good efficiency as well. Marvin Bagley took 14 shots, the most on the team. That's why they lost. This guy took 14 shots, made 5. Gave you 15 points and 8 rebounds, but nothing else. Like a Bobby Portis with more usage and more minutes. Buddy Hield, yeah. I talked about him, but earlier, this guy doesn't give you anything outside of 3 points. And like Tim Hardaway Jr. is a way better option than Buddy Hield currently is. So I don't know if he continue to play like this, and you don't need his threes. You can't consider dropping him. It sucks. He used to be a 20-point scorer. But obviously, don't drop him. Don't drop him. But just disappointing so far. De'Aaron Fox is still kind of eased back from the ankle injury he suffered earlier. Didn't really do much to assist. 0 steal and block. Just had a bad game. While Hassan Whiteside got his 23 minutes. If Whiteside plays 23 minutes every single game, you must roster him, right? So let's see if he plays 23 minutes again. Go grab this guy. Shout out your free throw, but don't know what Whiteside's minutes gonna be like. Some nights he plays 0 minutes, some nights he plays 23. So on average, he's playing 12 minutes. What can you do with him, right? But in 23 minutes, he's a monster. That's because Richaun Holmes is out. Never mind. So while Richaun Holmes is out, you gotta play Whiteside. Otherwise, he probably gets 0 minutes. Let's go to the next. Oh, that will be the last game of the day. I will do another one tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.